Cedi has had one of its most dramatic rides in years. It's opened in 2025 at 14.72. The dollar slipped slightly to 15.50 and then stunned everyone by rallying to 10 by May, its strongest level in over a decade. But the joy didn't last. In just the past 3 weeks, the currency has tumbled again to nearly 12 cedis, or now at 11.90, making it one of the weakest in the third quarter, according to Bloomberg. What's driving this roller coaster? Some analysts point to slower remittances, rising imports, and the Bank of Ghana's pullback on dollar supply following an IMF warning. Yet, with gold prices high and reserves above $11 billion, the central bank still has the power to act. Let's speak to IGP President Cedi. They are the industry players and see how this is affecting them. Mr. Kwaba, we're grateful for your time on our desk.
But not the president.
Great to have you. Now, have the Cedi's sharp swings affected your planning this year? How would you describe the impact of it on your work?
Well, as we all know, at the beginning of this year, as of today, until just a few weeks ago, we've had reasonable stability in the city, and to the extent that it was even appreciating in value. And that's something that was very welcomed by the business community, except a few challenges with the sharp appreciation, which was affecting the export sector and then making the imports cheaper. So those challenges, but generally, I think that created the CDP. Now, if that depreciation experience has come to our notice, and indeed members are aware, but we don't want to get into a panic mode. That's the last thing, because once you start panicking, then send signal, and then to go into the foreign currency coming again, because you know that when it is good for all of us. So we know that the flip-flop of the doesn't, and I remember in the appreciation, one thing that is that it's not much that is important, rather than that is. So if you take a certain rate and stay there every long, then
well, Mr. Kwaba, I'm finding it very difficult to hear you. Could you please position yourself so that we can hear more clearly?
Okay, the problem is I'm not in Accra. I'm far away from Accra.
Oh, okay, okay. And this is much better. If you could maintain this, that would be great.
Okay, so that's fine. So the point I was making is that the city appreciation is something we like, but what we kept saying is that the importance is not so much the appreciation, it's the stability. Because if it's stable, then you can plan. But when it's appreciated in value and later depreciated and you cannot plan, then it affects business. So we are a bit concerned about the few days of depreciation. However, let me be quick in saying that if you study the trend and of the behavior of the city over the years, it is not too strange to have some depreciation around this time, because people are importing Christmas goods. So around this time, there's a bit of pressure on the city. That's why we keep saying that for us to have stability in the long term, we should look at local production of goods and consume more of the made in Ghana goods. So the demand for the foreign currency at no point will be so higher than the supply. So then you can have a real stability on a sustainable basis. So the national depreciation we are experiencing now is not too strange, and I don't want us to panic, and then we get into a mood where we fuel it further and people start hoarding. They create all kinds of problems for us.
So with this, are you gaining or are you losing? What's the picture?
Well, I mean, in situations like this, there are always winners and losers of instability. But on the whole, I think I will talk generally about the net effect on the economy. And the net effect is that we all appreciated we all welcome the strength of the Cedi lately, and therefore it is depreciating that we must be concerned about. But we shouldn't panic. So I don't think that we are happy with the sudden depreciation again. So I cannot say that we are gaining. Mm-hmm. Rather, we prefer a stability. So once it's depreciated, it means that it's not as stable as expected.
Well, in what ways would you think government or policymakers should ensure that there's this stability that you talk about? How would it work for you?
Well, the stability can be achieved in different ways. In the short term, it's about the management of the situation. The Bank of Ghana is in the market, right? And that's where they reach to the Bank of in terms of I think it's a very right so that things further situation. And that's the reason why we have, significant stability possible. So I think banks continue, and we see some of them stamping on the forex, just running with some banks being suspended. Recently, a case of the fact that not being certain volume that goes pressure percentage continue to, and that they have in the market. But that's the short term. In the long run, no matter who is for us, industry, we keep saying that let's wait that more need the country, consume more of the country, so that overly depend on it, instead put pressure on our system. That is the way of stabilizing, making sure that if you achieve, it is sustained.
All right, grateful for your time, Mr. Chuma Kwa, Vice President of AGI. Away from that, tensions once again rising in Battor in the northern district of the Volta region as fears of reprisals grow. The disputed paramount chief of the traditional area has been accused of plotting to stage another Hogbeza Festival despite a 2022 court injunction banning it. In 2023, the embattled chief allegedly defied a whole high court order and went ahead with a similar event, sparking violent clashes that left 5 people dead. With no arrest made over those killings, residents warn that his latest attempt could drag the community back into chaos.
It's not go through because of some 2 years ago, the festival you want to do, but the people die for the festival. Then the UFA, I think say the festival is not go through because of if the festival come, the people, I don't know what it will happen again. So the people go die again, the people not die again. It go work. I don't know. So I want to tell the government. So I want to beg them. So for stop the festival.
We are saying Hogbeza can be celebrated, but on a ground or on a peaceful ground. What he stated brought a misunderstanding and other things to Battor traditional area. So to cut it short, what happened last 2 years, perpetrators have not been settled. And we are still mourning for our 5 deaths, 5 good deaths. The so-called Hogbeza didn't mind whether they are human beings or whatever it is. Now he is planning for a festival again. What is the festival for? So we want to appeal to the government to come to our aid. We appeal to the government to come to our aid so that what happened that year should not happen again. Everything will be mixed up. Every situation, everything will be in a mess. So it will not bring peace and how many to the traditional area, there will be more casualties than the one which has happened.
Well, speaking to the press, the Mankralo of Battor Hogbeza Festival II said he firmly opposes any festival in the town. He wants the security services to enforce the court injunction and prevent another bloodbath.
The RISEC, DISEC, and all the security services have found out that peace will not be at Battor that time for celebration. Injunction was given. Unfortunately, our former paramount chief of Battor, now called Thomas Ametry, when the injunction was given to him, he continued. He ignored the injunction. What the security saw that it would happen, surely it happened. We lose 5 men. As I'm talking to you, there is no result. We all believe in Ghana that the law, nobody is above the law. So, when they give you injunction, it means that what you are doing, you must stop. But our former paramount chief of Battor, now called Thomas Ametry, go ahead and we will lose our young men and even one of the chief. We are expecting from the security services to come out with a result for the people who rejected the injunction to be arrested for a trial or for justice. People who lose their families are there up to now, they didn't hear anything. Few days ago, I heard that the same person have planned for another event again. At Boko, look at what is happening at Accra and other places of Ghana. To be losing our people because of selfishness. Battor is a place that for so many years, many chiefs have come and passed. We never experienced anything like that before. Losing 5 people. I'm saying today that I disagree with planning to do another event called Asafotu for this time.
Well, let's engage security analyst Dr. Ishmael Norman on this developing story. Dr. Norman, grateful for your time on News Desk. From your security point of view, what do you think is happening here?
For the occasion, I believe that parties involved respect law and the traditional as well. Because this is a complex matter which the Battor Regional have shaped. Already, no division of the House of Chiefs has already spoken on that. But it looks like nobody is respecting the institutional structures, judicial structures are telling. So I believe they're putting too much pressure on Ghana because this is obey the law and authorities, solve the matter before you go ahead any kind of proceeding. But nobody wants to respect the law. Is the law. It's been told. So for me, I believe that the police, as they have done with FPU, with any unit employed, please ensure that this is done so as to lose more people. Also disrupt investment activities in the whole region, not just in Battor. So we need to take much seriously.
What measures should the security services, especially the police, take at this point in time, knowing that or hearing that the particular chief insists on going ahead with the festival celebration?
I only want to address whether or not to organize the festival. What I am speaking about from the objective. Some police may have that's really big to it and I think it's back to ensure we don't have because the problem can just too much. The question of the police also different. Yes, I think change everything the law. So I think your day to deploy to probably to ensure that the state and then the parties that have a dispute should then go to court and sort it out. Please, let us peace.
Dr. Norman, we're grateful for your time. We also apologize for that poor quality of sound there. But